Hello and welcome to Herman's RV Holidays. I'm Ads, this is Zoe. And welcome to the beginning of our tour of Ireland. Now, we've never taken Herman to Ireland before, but we've decided to start off in Dublin and head north to Belfast and follow the coastal road there to the Giant Causeway. We've just got off the ferry. We are very jaded, very tired, still recovering from Heimerfest, which is just yesterday. End of it was yesterday. Currently we're in Rush, which is just north of Dublin, at a campsite called North Beach Campsite. Now just over there is Herman, so you can see that we got a bit of a view of the surrounding coast. Not sure what we're going to be doing today. It is starting to get dark. Just over there is the harbour, and there's some shops and there's some restaurants and pubs, I believe. And but tomorrow we're going to head north a bit more, follow the coast a bit, head towards Belfast, which is the beginning of the tour. And yeah, well, bring you along for the ride, shall we? Isn't that amazing? It's so beautiful here this morning. Such a contrast to yesterday, where it was it ended up raining and we didn't do much videoing. But anyway, it's a lovely morning today here in Rush, and we're just about to head out. We don't really have a plan, but let me show you on the map about where we're thinking about going. Right, so there's Dublin. There's Belfast, and we are about there at Rush. Got the Skerries just next to it, which sounds nice. I don't know if it is, but anyway, we plan on heading out and following. Maybe get on the motorway. We'll probably miss the motorway though. But anyway, we'll end up probably around about here somewhere near Carlingford. That's our plan. Well, kind of a plan. We'll see how it goes, really. We have stopped for lunch at Cloggerhead, and as you can see, what a beautiful beach. For bathers only, apparently, so you won't find any boats here or anything. But yeah, it is quite spectacular. Let me just show you over here. Goes on for a while. Swimmers already, and very relaxing. So just to show you where we parked, there's obviously Herman. This is the beach car park. And just over there is the RNLI station and shop, and of course then we just got the beach. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if you can overnight here though, but it is a good parking spot. So we are now at Carlingford Marina. We're going to be staying here the night, and it's going to be about £10 apparently, or sorry, €10. No one's in the reception at the moment, so we've not paid just yet. We're sharing the spot along with a couple of other motorhomes, a couple of Heimers in fact. This one here is a B564, just like Herman is. and if I spin round, I can show you the marina itself. Spectacular view. Over there, I believe, is Northern Ireland. And we're going to go into take a look at go walk into town, take a look around there. There's an tourist information centre there, so hopefully we might be able to get a decent map. In Carlingford now, and just in the harbour, and you can see just there is a castle. Now it's closed off at the moment, so no one can get in there, but also there's another one just there, and the sun is starting to set and we're getting hungry, and we may have to go and get ourselves something to eat. It's quite picturesque here as well. Yeah, we found the tourist information centre, that thing there. Unfortunately it's permanently closed at the moment, so no maps for us. So it appears that the other castle is also closed off, but it's looks like it's attached to a pub. Okay, well, it is a new day and it is raining. It is now Thursday the 13th of September, and we're still at the marina in Carlingford, and we're going to be heading north today, and we've got a plan, we've got an idea where we want to end up, and so let me show you on the map. So we're there at the moment, Carlingford, and we're going to head over around here, around the coast here, to Strangeford, just there, and there is a National Trust campsite, Castlewood I think it's called, and it's like a stately home castle, and it's one of the locations for where they filmed Game of Thrones. So we're going to head into there today, hopefully following the coastal road. And we've just come back from reception, paid our €10 for the night, and we're going to empty our waste and whatever, and we're going to be off. But today doesn't look very promising. In fact, let me just show you this in the rain. That's the mountain. Well, I say mountain. It's not a mountain, but that's the mountain we were looking at yesterday. It's shrouded in mist and rain and clouds, so visibility today is not that far. We have arrived in Northern Ireland just by crossing the river back in that town. I believe we're in Northern Ireland, back in the United Kingdom. Now, we didn't realise this at the time, but we brought our passports because on the ferry, of course, you're going essentially into Europe, go to Ireland, to go, Dublin. But now we know you don't need your passports, and obviously you don't need your passport going from Republic into Northern Ireland. The other thing we noticed in Ireland, maybe it was because of the weather. It was very sunny the last couple of days, but the one thing we noticed is that it seemed a bit like France, didn't it, in ways? Maybe it's the signage was in kilometres, all the signage is in kilometres. Yeah, the building, just had that kind of feeling or aura. Come on, Herman! Of being on the continent. Well, we have arrived at Stragford, I think it's pronounced, This is the harbour. That there is the ferry, or the building for the ferry, and Herman is just parked there. Apparently you can overnight there and it's free, and in the building there are toilets. There's no water or anything. There's bins and stuff though, of course. I did ask. We had a lovely lunch in a cafe called Cake Shop, was it? Cake Room. Fantastic. It's only like, I don't know, 300 metres up the road. It's not very far. And I asked them there about parking, and they said yes, it's fine in there. People actually prefer you park there because it's a touristy place. But she also gave us another place that we could go up, which is just up round the corner, up the road along the coast a bit more. And we may go there instead because it's right on the coast, out of the way of everybody. But for the moment, we're going to have a wander around the town and take a look. There's also what looks like a castle here as well. Look how clear the water is. It's like drinking water. So this is Stratford Castle, historic monument, and there's a sign back there that says exploration welcome. However, if I go down here, there is a door, a nice oak door, but it's locked. You've got some windows here as well, up there and just up there. But anyway, not today, it's not open, or I think you might have to get a private viewing or something. Alright, so we've decided to move on a little bit south, a couple of miles down the road from Stratford. As you can see, just behind Herman is what appears to be a castle, and we'll be having a look at that in a moment or later on. But we're currently in a car park, but look at the view we've got. We're currently at Kilcliff, and it's a nature reserve, and apparently a nature reserve full of seals. Yeah, I don't see any at the moment, and I couldn't even see them in the camera anyway, if I could. But what a spectacular view. We're thinking of staying here the night, so hopefully it's going to be very peaceful and very scenic and pretty beautiful. So across from the beach and across from where Herman's parked is Kilcliff Castle. Let's go and investigate then, shall we, like the sign suggested to do. Okay, so apparently it's built in the 15th century, and there's a little door just here. Just walking around the edge. See if there's another entrance. No. What do we see inside? Get covered in a spider web. No, you can't see inside. Wow, it's just so flat on the sides there. Another castle with windows, with glass. Glass windows. There you go, Kilcliff Castle. If I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, let me know. So I am mispronouncing it. It just says it there. Kilcliff. I think that's how you pronounce that. So if you remember that B564 that we parked next door to, the owner gave us this map. It's a lot better than the map that I was using before. So I just wanted to point out where our route so far. So there's Dublin, and our first day we stopped off at Rush, which is just there, and we've travelled all the way up here to Cloggerhead. We had lunch there, and then we drove all the way through here to Carlingford, stopped there for the night. Well, that was where we met the other B564 at the marina, and then we came up here and then went straight over to Strangeford or Stratford, and we're currently just there at Kilcliff. And tomorrow we're heading into Belfast to see the Titanic Museum. Apparently it's not too bad, it's pretty good, so we'll look forward to doing that. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, and adios! Hello and welcome to Herman's RV Holidays, and in today's episode on our tour around Ireland, we're going in there. That behind me is the Titanic Museum in Belfast. Doesn't it look impressive? It's cold and there's rain coming in over here, just over there. So we're going to be a bit quick. No videos in there, so that is why you're seeing us outside right now. That was quite good, wasn't it?
Well, it's about 3 hours, wasn't it? So.
Oh, you can spend a lot longer in there than 3 hours, but lots of reading. It starts off at the very basics. When Belfast was, not much really, and it's linen industry, and it goes all the way through the docks and how it was built, and all the way through and whatnot.
Sank.
And then you get into this little, it's a ride, and you go through the building of it, and that was quite good, wasn't it? And like a bit of a Disney kind of thing. It obviously went through the sinking, or the sailing, the launching, the sailing, the sinking, real voices of real survivors. And then it ended up video of the actual, ship as it's laying on the bottom of the ocean, 3,000 meters down. I thought it was quite good.
Very good.
Like I said, lots of reading to do at the very beginning.
Yes, probably
lots of boards
too much
and stuff.
Reading.
Well, you didn't have to.
No.
Now I don't know if you can see up there. Let me just see if I can point to that. Just up there. That's in there. There's like a model of the docks way back then, with this building superimposed on it, and basically you're looking out over this. This is now it's all concrete, but this was the actual dock where Titanic was, and Olympia was built. I guess it was flooded before, but now it's just filled with concrete. One other thing. The cost, it was like £18 each, was it? £18.50. Car parking we paid £5 for
4 hours.
4 hours, was that right? Yeah, so just let you know. Anyway, see you when we get back in Herman and find our place to stay. Well, we've come as far as Whitehead to settle up for the night. Zoe's in there cooking a couple of burgers. Whitehead is just behind Herman here, and it is right on the coast. It's jutting out a bit. Some great views from here. Just over there is a lighthouse which you can't see because it's a bit far away, and there's apparently a walk there, but it's all, as you can see, it's all cordoned off. Apparently they've had some subsidence along the path, so it's all closed off at the moment. Anyway, so as we settle in, hopefully this car park, this free car park with no facilities, is going to be ideal and quiet tonight. So we're gonna see you in the morning, when we're going to head north along the Giant Causeway. Not the causeway itself, the Giant Causeway Trail, I think it's called. Anyway, ta-ta. Morning everybody. It is Saturday the 15th of September.
Yeah.
And we are currently staying in Whitehead, just east of Belfast. Now, I'll show you on the map. You can see where we are. We are here, just there. There's Belfast. We're just here. Now this map is not detailed enough. Well, basically we're going to end up going around here, but this map is not detailed enough. So I've got my phone. Hopefully the technology will help us here. So there's Whitehead. That's where we are right now. We're in this car park right on the front, and where we're thinking of going is the Goblins Visitor Centre. This is some sort of bridge or something, which you can go along and scare yourself silly as it follows the goes across the whatever it's doing. I have no idea, to be honest, but the guide said we should go here. Now, one thing that we have a problem with is that we're running out of clothing. So we need to do some laundry, and we've got probably 3 days worth. And looking at the map and looking at where the laundromats are, it's not falling into where we're going to be. The other thing is that we need to empty our water, get fresh on board, and empty the toilet. There is, if you go back to our map on our phone, there's green area here. If I'm going to zoom in, there is a golf club. Now the golf club apparently has some overnight pitches there as well. Not very many, but it also has facilities for emptying and filling up. So I think we're going to go there as well. As we keep saying, we're making it up as we go along. Well, I've never seen one of these before. We're currently doing our laundry, but as you can see, we're actually outside, just outside a petrol station and grocery store. So this is very weird. Now this is very good. Now £4 has got us 45-minute wash, including the detergent, and you can pay by credit card. You just swipe. Simple as that. None of these coins. So I'm very impressed with this. And of course, once we finish with that, we're going to go straight into the dryer, and that is £2. So we're very pleased. We are in Carrickfergus at the moment, and we were given this place by somebody. We were dumping our water off at the golf course, and a guy came up to us and said, "What are you looking for?" And I said, "Well, actually, we're looking for a laundrette." And he said, "Well, there's two washing drums outside the petrol station." I thought, that doesn't sound right, but yeah, he gave us some directions, and here we are doing our laundry outside. Anyway, once this is done, we're going to be on our way again, going around the coast again. Probably going to see the Goblins. Well, we've just come out of the Goblins.
Yes, sir.
I've been calling Goblins, and they're fully booked for 2 days, so we're not going to be able to get in there. We're not going to be waiting around here for 2 days. So we're heading north to our next destination. So our next destination is Glenarm, and we are going to be following the coastal road around that. Hoping that it's going to be really gorgeous.
It's pretty so far, isn't it?
Yeah. sitting in these stone-shaped chairs on the marina in Glenarm. I can see Herman just through there. I don't know if you can on the camera, but yeah, we parked in this huge car park
There as well.
right on the marina. Yeah, there's another Heimer in there as well. There's not much here, to be quite honest. We went and visited the castle, Glenarm Castle. It's not open to public. It's just a walled garden, and we didn't fancy a walled garden, did we?
No.
So we skipped that, had a bit of a walk around the town, come across a bridge with a big door in it, and the other side of that, I've just looked at a map, the other side of that is a castle. It's more like a stately home than a castle, but they call it a castle. Anyway, we're going to spend the night here, and there's a bear.
Hello. What's his name?
Riley.
Gosh, I bet he takes a bit of grooming.
He's found something more interesting than me.
Yes. He doesn't
Hello?
look straight.
Was that a brown or a black bear? We're going to go and have our meatballs now, and then she doesn't know this, but I fancy going into one of the local pubs, one on the corner.
One of the local pubs. There is only one, isn't there?
No, it's two pubs.
Oh.
But one of them I think has got my name on it, with maybe a Guinness or two.
Very good, huh?
Do you fancy that?
Yes. She does quite a nice photo, isn't it, of the marina?
Breathe in that fresh air. There's Herman, and got some other campers here. Well, good morning everybody. It's Sunday today. Was it the 19th? I have no idea. Last night was very quiet. Did rain a bit, and it's very windy. In fact, it's still windy right now. But peace-wise, it was very quiet. Now, as you can see, this is a large car park. It's actually marked out for a sign there that says coach parking. So you can imagine how big this is if you can't tell. Now, I think what we've noticed is we do get a few cars come in, especially yesterday evening. A few cars come in, stop somewhere, or just turn around and then just leave. One of the guys here in the campers, other motorhomes, seem to think that it's the locals checking out to make sure we're not the other type of travellers, you know, the ones that don't go on holiday. But yeah, around here is quite spectacular. Last night we went to the pub, had a few cheeky pints of the black stuff, and very nice, very friendly pub. Now the pubs in the ones that we've looked into, they don't do food, which is a bit of a shame, because you know, we'd like to pull up and have some of the local nosh, but a local beer is fine by us, I suppose. And today we are heading to Cushenden. It's just a few miles off, probably only half an hour away, and then we're moving on to Ballycastle. And we're in need of some electricity. I think Herman's fine with the 12 volts, but we do need, you know, I can't power my laptop, so I can't do any editing. And Zoe wants to dry her hair. So we're looking for a campsite. That's our plan at the moment. When we get there, our plans obviously might change. Anyway, let's get on the road, I think. Okay, so we've arrived at Cushendun. No idea what that building is. It doesn't seem to be any signs or anything. I've gone up to the door and it's locked. But Cushendun is an NT place, a National Trust place. It's like a little town. There's caves here as well, and apparently part of the Game of Thrones was filmed here. So I couldn't see any signs for the caves, red caves or red rock caves, but it's around the other side of where we just parked. So you back across the river, keep walking, and you end up finding this place. And I also found a name for that house, Glen Mona House. But like I said, it was closed, so I don't know what the use of it is. So this is the place in Game of Thrones where that woman in red, and I can't remember her name, she's like some sort of witch or something, gave birth to a hellspawn baby. Let's go deeper into these caves and take a better look. Should we?
She might still be there.
She might still be there. So we discovered this plaque titled The Game of Thrones, and it says the Cushendun Caves was used as a location near Storm's End in the Stormlands in Season 2, and although we see this location only once, the consequences of what happened were far-reaching. Following a parley between the brothers, where Stannis Baratheon fails in his attempt to get Renly to accept him as a true king, Stannis orders Davos Seaworth to smuggle Melisandre, that's the witch I couldn't remember, ashore to a cove situated below Renly's camp. There, Davos watches in horror as the Red Princess gives birth to the shadow creature that ultimately kills Renly.
Which one was Renly then?
That's the
Red Princess.
Yeah,
this is,
I forgot her name again. Melisandre.
Is that how you say it? Melisandre. Melisandre?
Yeah, something like that. Melisandre. So the caves are made up of these really strange rocks. So we've got these kind of roundish, smooth pebbles, like this one, all broken, and well, this is a huge one. And in the middle, it's what looks like cement. And it's all over the cave. They look like eggs. Looks like an egg. Dragon egg. Well, we were looking for a campsite, but didn't really fancy the ones that we went past. So we've decided to go through Ballycastle, and we found this place. This is a campsite, but it's not a campsite, it's a car park. Right on the coast here at, I'm going to get the name in a second. So it's a car park at Kinbane. There's a castle and a walk, so that's where we're off to now. Check out the area. A spectacular view from up here. Midges everywhere though, that's the only problem. And that is where we're going. That just there is the remains of a castle. It's just a couple of walls now. This is Kinbane Castle, built by the MacDonalds in 1547, and yeah, it's been standing here for over 500 years. Looks like it as well, doesn't it? This is just the tower. All this was the castle. You can still see some walls here, look. Morning everybody, Ads here, and just look at the view that Herman's got, or rather what we had last night. We had the whole car park to ourselves, and it was so peaceful. No rain, maybe a little bit of wind, but by the way, that is Scotland. Can you see that? It looks like a cloud on the screen, but that is Scotland. But anyway, we managed to get ourselves another map. Kind couple, they had a spare, and they given us this map, and every map is better than the last one, I think. So let's just show you where we've been so far. Okay, so there is Belfast. We've come off started from down here, and we started off at Carlingford, and we went around here all the way round to looking Strangford, where we probably stayed about there, did an overnight there, and then we headed to Belfast, and we saw the Titanic Museum, and then we headed around to Whitehead, stayed there the night. Couldn't get in at the Gobbins, fully booked, so we've headed north following the coast, stayed at Glenarm, and then we moved on yesterday through Cushendall and at Cushendun, where we saw the caves, and now we're just off of Ballycastle, probably just about there. We can see Rutland Island, and obviously over here is Scotland, which is which I just showed you. So today, though, we've got a number of things that we could be doing. So this is lots of things around here. So we've got the Carrick Reed rope bridge, and there's a oh, there you go, Ballyontoy harbour town. Now there is another film location for Game of Thrones, so we probably go there as well. So there's two places. Then we have Bushmills Distillery, and we have the Giant Causeway just there, the visitor centre. So lots to do. Oh, there's Dunluce Castle there. Lots to do. Maybe not all today. We'll probably do a couple of these things, and then still looking for that campsite. Zoe's hair is all out here now. She needs to do something about it. Oh, there she comes. And I haven't been doing any editing since over a week now, so I'm way behind on my editing. So I need to do that. I need some power to do my editing. And that's gonna be it for me at the moment. Zoe's just risen. She's just been doing the washing up. I'm lying. So is there anything that you would like to
add?
Yes.
We're having quite a good time, aren't we, my love?
Yeah.
And where are we going now? Do we know? Have you done a little
I have, yes. It's a bit of a surprise for you.
I never know where we're going.
We're gonna trek along a rope bridge.
Trek along?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we made it to Carrick Reed rope bridge. This is the car park that they put us in. There's another car park a bit further up. They parked us all the way over there. Anyway, there's a plaque here, another Game of Thrones location, and I'll read it out to you. It says Larry Bane, which is it's a it's Larry Bain Quarry, I do believe, or was Larry Bain a quarry at some point. Anyway, Larry Bain was a filming location for Renly Baratheon campsite near Storm's End in the Storm's Lands, and it is where we first introduced to Brienne of Tarth. That was the very tall knight, wasn't it? The tall lady, who was joined forces of King Renly in the War of the Five Kings. Renly and his queen, Marguerite Tyrrell, watched a tourney where her brother, Sir Loras Tyrrell, is perceived by the unknown knight. Revealing herself, Brienne is granted her wish to be named Renly's Kingsguard despite her gender and consequent lack of knighthood. Lady Catelyn Stark arrives in the campsite to negotiate an alliance between Renly and her son Bob Stark, or rather Robb Stark, the king in the north. There you go, so you can see a bit of it here. And here is the whole encampment with a few trucks. Herman must be just parked down there. So we've arrived at the rope bridge. Not much of a view at the moment, but you can see it is certainly a rope bridge spanning 100 metres maybe? Yeah, so you can just about see from this angle how far that bridge is suspended above the sea. Alright, so let's make sure I don't trip and drop the camera. It's a good job in the front though, actually. Oh, it slips over. So there's the bridge. Oh, look at that! Let's walk across. Oh my god. Oops. Turn around, she says. Do you know where I am? Whoa. I should hold both sides. It is wobbly as hell. Sorry? Well, I'm almost there now. Now I missed exactly everything that you said there. Oh. Yeah, it's not very good with one hand, can I just say?
Sorry, yes, me asking you to turn round.
Yeah, that wasn't good. But that was a bit of an experience and a view.
Makes your heart flutter a bit, doesn't it?
It does when you put your foot down and there's no bridge there. So I must admit that was a bit hair raising, but I think it's purely because you were alright, but because I had that one hand on the rope,
I see, yes, and
the other hand on the camera, it felt very dodgy.
Yeah.
And of course, because it was bouncing.
I'm glad I didn't help by going.
No, because it was bouncing. When I put my foot down, there was no rope bridge there, so it was a bit dodgy for me. What about you? You found it okay, did you?
A little bit, felt a bit funny in the middle of it.
Yeah, it was the middle.
Yeah, because it was sort of a bit
Yeah, and then nobody was actually shaking it.
No, thank goodness.
Well, we have arrived at the Giant Causeway. This is the whole point of the trip. We've never been here, always wanted to come.
Yeah.
And the car park, well, this section isn't full, but the rest of it is very full. Now, one thing I have noticed is the car park floor. Yes, that's right, folks. It's made out of the hexagons like the devil. Like the Giant's Causeway.
You obviously had some left over.
So we are going to go in and have a mooch around and look at some stones. Look, the sun is coming out just for this special occasion. Well, we have arrived. That's the causeway just there, and this is supposed to be the windiest place in Ireland. And to be honest, it's probably true. Anyway, we've been using these audio guides, and it's guiding us down there next, so that's where we're going. So there are quite a lot of people around that area, and I don't know if you can tell, but but just there is a stack there, a few stacks, the chimneys they call them, about 100 meters tall. Anyway, let's get going. Let's get out of this wind. Yep, that is right, folks. I am actually standing on the Giant Causeway, and or part of it, because it is quite massive. All these hexagonal stones caused by lava. Oh, here comes Zoe. There are quite a few people here. Look at these ones here, these look impressive. That's where we're going next, love.
I think we've got enough stones there.
There are quite a lot of stones, yes. Safe to say that we are not alone here. Apparently they can go up to 12 meters long. So there must be some exposed that they can measure. This sea is rough. Look at the size of those waves. And right on the edge here. Oh, it's windy now. Woo! See if we can make our way down without falling head over heels. That's a bit better out of the wind. Now, of course, I've got to find Zoe. Well, I found Zoe. Look at the view she's got, though. I can hold the camera in this wind. So now we can get a better look at these things since we're sitting on them. I mean, they're quite large. A lot of them have these little grooves in. I don't know what that's all about. Very tall, and then some of them have got coins coming out of them.
Oh yeah, I hadn't noticed that. Or they just stop them from...
No, someone just wedged them in there.
Yeah.
You can see the chimney's a bit clearer now. If I move over a bit, you can see these guys. Look at the size of those ones. Columns, massive, huge columns. Looks like a bit of a walk to get to them, though. So apparently, see these curved here. This one's curved. This one's like I've got a dip in it. This one's got a dip in it. So it's like they call them ball and socket, and that's natural. I thought it was due to weathering, but it's due to the cracks that actually happen. So all these cracks, there's going to be a ball and socket in each one of those. Wow. Well, we have arrived at what they call the organ. Now, there's 60 columns here, each one 12 meters tall, and apparently the Giant is supposed to be playing music once a year, 6 o'clock Christmas morning. They're now covered in moss, and they are enormous. It reaches all the way back there, all the way over there. And the background looks like that.
Sure.
That's where we were just a moment ago. This is the causeway. You can climb up it a bit, not very far though. Actually touching them, I could jump up there, but I don't think I will sit on this. Wow. There's a spider up there, quite a big one as well. Walking backwards, you just got to be careful when you're going for the shop. You see, it actually goes in and out here, like columns of a building, a cathedral or something. But how far do they go down? Give us a wave then. So this is as far as we're going to get to the chimneys, which are just there. So they're like 100 foot tall or something. And there's a path along here. And I don't know if you can make that out, but there's a little cave just about there. Like a doorway. Yeah, so these columns, they must be like a metre or so wide. They're huge. So yeah, you can see these columns here, more columns, and this one, look at these ones, they're kind of almost like teeth, the way they bend in like that. And there's more columns along here, all the way up to the top. So the causeway is quite small compared to the rest of the location.
So morning everyone, it's Tuesday the 18th of September and we're staying at Bush Caravan site, which is quite a nice site but it's not very busy. So we're having a little bit of electric, aren't we, Ad, so that we can charge everything. I've done my hair, I know everyone will find that very hard to believe. The price, it was £22, so it was quite expensive, but that included the electricity and showers, so it was a bit better than the first campsite we stayed at, which was £24, and then you had to pay for showers, which was a bit ridiculous. But her and her Ad are probably going to the distillery today.
Yeah.
Bushmills Distillery, and we probably won't buy anything. Herman's going to buy a couple of bottles.
But why didn't we stay at the Bushmill campsite?
Well, the Bushmill caravan site, is it?
Yeah.
Yes, they wanted a minimum of 2 nights, didn't they? And theirs was like £25 a night.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, we only want to stay 1 night, so we stay here. And it's very nice, actually. The lady's very kind, isn't she? Very
funny.
Friendly. Yes, she was funny. It was like she'd been on the whiskey, wasn't it? Because she was quite hilarious. But it's not very busy here, is it? It's quite quiet.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're going to head on, aren't we? And then probably head down south, because we've only got till Saturday, haven't we? To
Yeah, we don't know. We've only got a few days.
Yeah, so we might have to speed along.
Yeah.
But that's it so far, my love.
Yes. So
Oh no, there he is. Our Ad has joined us.
Yeah, we're heading to the
I'm not very good
distillery
at
now, and to do some stocking up.
this. We haven't got any room, Edsy Dane.
Thing is, with the Bushmills bottles, they're square. I don't think they'll
yes,
fit
and
in our crate.
Yeah. But we'll
Anyways, see what happens.
Ta-ta.
And that, everybody, was an introduction, the very first introduction with Zoe Pratt.
That was the only introduction with Zoe. No more.
Give a thumbs up and comments if you want more.
She's not good at this. Ta-ra.
So this is a non-filming, non-photograph tour. So unfortunately all we have is the inside of the visitors building and maybe a few shots outside. But take a look at this. So we're in the visitors centre, this is where you pay, and then just up here though, look, you can see where all the whiskey travels around the area. It goes through these pipes here and goes off in various directions. No idea yet where they go. But yeah, look at the size of this one. It's about 1 metre wide, that one, full of whiskey just travelling through the complex. Of course I'm joking. This is one of the many cabinets that you can purchase for your motorhome. So we've been on a tour, very nice. We've been given 2 drinks basically. I've just been drinking my water.
Of course.
And what did you get?
I had a lovely cocktail, but I don't actually know what it was.
It was very, yeah,
You seem to think it was ginger.
A bit of ginger, bit of lemon, bit of lemonade.
Yeah,
very nice. Good but quick, I thought.
Yeah, not the best tour.
Well, it was
All
alright.
right.
Mass production and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
But
shufflers.
now we're in the bar and we're finished, so we're going to move into the shop and buy Zoe her whiskey.
I'm not a great whiskey fan, am I really? So I'm just here for your...
Oh, the way you guzzled that red bush just a moment ago.
There's a lot of water in it, darling.
It was like lemonade, orange juice it was. We've made our way onto Dunluce Castle, that's it, in the background, and it was just after lunch. We had a lovely fry-up in Bushmills. Yeah, the Copper Kettle in Bushmills, very nice. Bushmills town, that is.
Oh dear.
And yes, I think the whiskey's worn off now though.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's have a wander around here. Well, here we have the entrance to the castle. Big cracking it by the looks of things, or a very tall door. We did find a place a bit further along up the road which we thought we might overnight in, but we've been told that there's a yellow weather warning, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is very windy here, and that looks very dark and foreboding, those clouds over there. Anyway, we're in Portrush, and in the middle of town, right near the coast, right near the harbour rather, there is this place. It is a parking spot for motorhomes only. It even says right, that sign just there says motorhomes only motorhomes beyond this point. It's not free, it's 50p an hour, so I've just bunged in £8, so that means we'll be able to stay here until about 10 in the morning. Now that building there, that's the toilet, very clean. You can empty your cassette there, your toilet cassette, and I think there's a tap on the side to get fresh water. So Right now I am very tired, and we're going to head into town. Well, we're already in town, but looking at the map, there's like 500,000 restaurants over in that direction, in the direction of all that horrible weather. So we are going to head over there, get something to eat, and don't tell Zoe, but I might have a little taste of the whiskey that I bought earlier. Anyway, see you in the morning. Morning, everyone. It is 19th of September. It's Wednesday, and I don't know if you can hear that, but that is Hurricane, whatever it's called this time. Yeah. Hurricane Herman.
What letter are we on? Whoa.
Yeah, we're swaying a bit in here in this car park for motorhomes, and it rained all night and some more. The sun has just come out like 5 minutes ago, and it's what, 10 o'clock? Yeah, just 10 past 10. So we need to be out of here anyway because our ticket is almost up. But let me show you where we're thinking about going. So at the moment we are at Port Rush, just there, and our final destination along this route was going to be here, the Castle Rock and the I'm swaying so much. The downhill Dimensi and this temple here. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce that. But just here, just next to, well, probably where the A is of Amoy, is the Dark Hedges, which is a film location for the Game of Thrones. So that's only half an hour away. So these two places we want to see today. It's a bit kind of doing it backwards. But once we've looked at those, we're thinking of heading back. Well, basically heading back down to Dublin. Probably the long way round, but we're probably coming through here, through the Sperrine Mountains, and probably make our way round here or something. But we're aiming to have an overnight stop around about here somewhere. Huh?
There's a great big tree in the road. There he goes. Oh, look! Oh, look at him. He looks...
There's 2 tractors behind me.
Alright, doing his bit for society. You just look...
Whew.
Annoying bit there, isn't there? Oops. Oh. What's that one?
It's hitting us.
Well done, Herman. It's what's that? Somebody's shooting at us. Oh God, poor Herman. He probably thinks, what in the hell's going on?
Well, as you can see, we've arrived at the Dark Hedges, and I'm not too sure if it's the best place to be when it's really windy, but hopefully nothing will fall on us here. I've just seen a branch coming down. I thought I'd take a memento. This is a piece of, well, stick, branch that's fallen down off of the one of the dark hedges trees, but you can tell why it's broken off. It's soft, it's rotten, but incredible. Or either that or I'm very strong. So I won't be taking this home. Poor cows having to stand in this. I feel a bit sorry for them. Right, do you think we've had enough?
I think so.
Okay, let's go. Just for reference, you're not supposed to be able to drive down the lane here, but at the south end, if you turn into the Dark Hedges Road, at the south end, it says no entry, but there is this car park kind of lay-by kind of thing. So this is obviously where we got Herman, and there's a plaque of Game of Thrones which I'll read out in a moment, and some information about the Dark Hedges themselves, in case you want to come in. So here's the Game of Thrones plaque. You can clearly see the Dark Hedges in this picture, and it says down here, it says Season 2 Episode 1, The North Remembers. Following the death of her father Ned Stark, Arya escapes King's Landing disguised as a boy, travelling on the King's Road in the back of the cart along with Gendry and Hot Pie. I think that's these guys. All new recruits for the Night's Watch. Arya starts a long and arduous journey north. We have now arrived at Downhill Demesne and Mussenden Temple. It's a National Trust place, so parking is free. However, and entry is free. However, it's closed. This time of year it's closed during the weeks, and it's only open during the weekdays. But you can still take a walk around the place. So that is what we're going to be doing. But it's raining, so we're getting prepared, putting our waterproofs on. That means we might not actually be able to talk to the camera, might not be able to film anything, you know. So I'm doing this introduction right now, just to let you know. Well, we've come to our destination for today. It is, it's the car park to Brigmore Stone Circles, Cairns and all that kind of thing, and we're just gonna have a look at them right now. The weather is still windy, but the sun is out, so we thought we'll take a moment to take a look. I can see though that it looks like rain over there coming our way. falls like that.
Lump.
I think it bottomed out as well. Ow.
Whoa! We even read the sign and we were up.
That's what it means.
I know, it's not going to make a world difference. Good morning, everyone. Now we're thinking of heading off down towards Dublin. We're not quite sure what we're going to be doing. We've had a good night. We've had a bottle of wine last night, didn't we, my love? So we're quite merry. It's quite a quiet area around here. So we are at Bleemort Stone Circles. I mean, we were the only ones that stayed here, but the cars are quite fast through the night. But it was nice. So we're going to head down, aren't we, towards, where is it, Dundalk or Carlingford Marina.
Yeah.
But we might veer off that direction, we're not sure yet. But the weather is a lot better today. It's not so windy. It's quite cold still. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add, my love?
No.
We haven't done anything yet, so we can't really comment on it.
Yeah, we're basically
There he
starting to head south now.
Yes, because it's Thursday today.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got to catch the ferry on Saturday, so we've only got 2 more nights.
Got 2 more nights, and we need to empty
the
water. We've got plenty of water to drink, fresh
Yes.
water, but we need to empty our water.
Yeah.
And should think about emptying the toilet as well.
Yes. But it's not too bad, is it? We could go another.
Yeah, we can go
night,
another
couldn't
night
we?
at least, yeah, another day.
So yes, we're looking forward to today, aren't we?
Yeah.
Ta-ra!
Ta-ra. Hey! We're in Ireland again. Oh, all the signage has just changed. Doesn't tell you anything, just all this miles per hour changes to kilometres. Well, there's a sign you don't see very often. Motorhome parking reserved. And as you can see, Herman's all parked up in one of the 2 spots here. We're actually in a car park in Castle Blaney and Ireland, and it's not very populated, as you can tell, probably because the signs here were a bit, well, non-existent until you actually got to the place. It just so happens that using my Park for Night app, I found the place. So I think the gates, there's a set of gates. It looks like you're entering like a private estate. I suppose maybe you are, but because there's a lake or lock just there, the toilet's just not too far away there, and the castle, and just through the gates back up the road, that's where you find all the shops and the cafes and all that kind of thing, and lots of hair salons, some beauty things. So we're gonna have a look around the lock and see what it's like.
Is this meant to be Hope Castle? Ah, it looks a ruin.
Hope Castle needs a bit of hope, apparently. So there's a bar and restaurant, some broken windows, boarded up windows even. Yeah, it needs a lick of paint. It's a shame, it looks quite nice. So here's some interesting information. So in 1853 the castle was sold to Henry Thomas Hope, who renovated the place and renamed it Hope Castle. Big head there, I think. And Henry Thomas Hope's uncle managed to purchase the Hope Diamond. I don't know what it was called back then, but it's obviously now called the Hope Diamond, which is that huge diamond that was given to Louis XIV, it says here. I'm not that intelligent or so much of a historian, but I do like my history. So he passed it. So Henry Thomas Hope bought the diamond, and he passed it along to his nephew, and then it was passed down through the generations until 1901, when it was sold to pay off debts. So there you go. There's a bit of linkage there between the Hope Diamond and Hope Castle, which is now a bar and restaurant owned by the council. Morning everybody, it is Friday the 21st September. Tomorrow we're going to have to catch our ferry around about 3 o'clock, and it's been quite quiet here last night. Can't even get me worms out now. We've had visitors. There's 3 of us now in the car park, but let me show you on the map where we're thinking of going today. That's where we are right now, Castle Blaney, and we intend to, well, tomorrow we've got to be definitely here, right? But we plan on going, there's a place around here in the Wicklow Mountains, so we're going to aim for going here. It's going to take us about probably, well, the sat-nav says 2 hours. Probably it might take us a bit longer than that, I would imagine, what with traffic and whatever. But yeah, that's where we're going, and hopefully it's going to be a nice place to park and a place to empty our waste.
Hello everyone. Just to say, we've changed plans. We were going to go to another campsite, but it wasn't very good, so we've moved to Hidden Valley in Rathdrum in County Wicklow, and they had one space left, which was very lucky. It seems a bit strange because we've got all these spaces here available, but hey ho. And it's lovely and sunny. We're just going to have a relax. Herad was getting a bit tired, so we've got our electric and wastewaters done, so we're at the end of our trip now, unfortunately, and then we go back on the ferry tomorrow. But we've really enjoyed it, haven't we, my love? But maybe when we come back next time, we'll do the southern half. We've enjoyed the northern half, and yes, unfortunately our time is up. Over to Herad. Anything you want to add?
I am very tired.
He's very tired. He's feeling a little bit withdrawn.
Yeah, a bit low.
We've
well, we tried to have a stopover in a place 20 minutes from here, in the mountains, but we were specifically going because we wanted to empty our toilet. When we got there, it was out of order. Let's put it that way. The toilet was full.
There was no getting any more in.
And we couldn't find another place. So this was, like I said, in 20 minutes, about 10 kilometres away. It's a bit expensive though, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
27 euros.
26 euros.
26?
26.
Oh.
Well, the thing is though, I think if it's not a camping and caravanning club, or it's not a caravan club, you're going to pay that much, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I think it's at the normal prices really.
So we're relaxing. This is one of the beers, and after this I might start tackling my whiskey.
Because he's gone to an all-time low.
But like Zoe said, tomorrow's going to be our last day. We've got to catch our ferry.
Yes.
And yeah, that's like 3 o'clock. So we've got to go back up. That's a disappointment Dublin as well. I felt for some reason that because we've gone all the way around Dublin, you know, and then come back into the Wicklow Mountains, we're going to have to go back.
It was very pretty though, wasn't it? I must
It's very,
say.
yeah, it was very nice. In fact, probably stop here next time when we're going back down. When we come here next time, I think we'll stop
When we go
here
to the south.
in Wicklow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause it's very pretty.
Very pretty. But anyway, we'll see you. We'll catch up with you later. I don't know if we'll be filming any more today. Like I said, I am pooped. With that in stereo.
You'll be alright. It's just because you get a bit tired.
Yeah, I get a bit ratty
You'll
when I'm
be
tired.
alright.
I've only been driving 2 hours.
The truckers will say, God, you know,
Yeah.
they truck all day and Urag gets tired on 2 hours.
Nah,
Never mind.
I'll stop enjoying it, you know.
Mm.
So this isn't bad, is it? We're just at the campsite's just through there, and I think actually the campsite is over here as well. So we're in the middle of the bridge, right near a weir, and it's great because there is a group here called Paddle Fest, all your rowing and stuff. And over the weekend, there's a massive event here, I guess using this river. As you can tell, I'm feeling a lot better. I still feel tired, but I don't feel so grumpy. This is our look back section of our video where we take a look back basically at our holiday, what we've done, what we could have done better, what we enjoyed, what we didn't so much enjoy. If you hear any strange noises or see any strange things through the window, that is because we are waiting for our ferry. We got a 3 or maybe even 5 hour wait. Something like that.
Well, it's 20 to 9 and it's 20 past 4 now, so yeah.
So we elongated this story because basically we missed our ferry. So we're on the next one, which is at 20 to 9.
Yep.
And we thought,
While we're waiting,
we'll do our look back.
luckily we've got quite nice accommodation to wait, haven't we?
We're going to be arriving in Wales at Holyhead, gone 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's going to be a bit of a crappy drive, I think. But anyway, what should we say about our
we've
tour?
enjoyed our tour.
First of all, we've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
We've done more
wild camping
than we've done before.
Yes.
Last time we did kind of a trial, I suppose. In fact, we were forced into wild camping, I think, when we ran the NC 500.
Gave us a little buzz for it, didn't it?
We thought we were going to a campsite in Shieldag, and it wasn't a campsite. Don't let that put you off. Go to Shieldag. I think it's Shieldag.
Yes, it was.
But we've done a lot more wild camping or overnight stays in car parks and stuff this time.
Well, when you think we've only stayed in, was it 4 campsites?
Did we?
Or was it 3 campsites in the whole of the 2 weeks?
So the first one in just north of Dublin.
Yes.
Rush.
Yes.
That was okay.
Yeah, it was.
A bit steep, I think, with the pricing.
Well, I don't know. I think it's average.
23 euros.
24 euros, and then you've got your plus your €2 for the showers.
And then you have to pay for showers. I mean, that's a bit of a. Anyway, the scenery was nice.
Right next to the beach.
Yeah, but we moved on. We kept moving on. We didn't come back to anything.
Yes.
Then
we went up.
But it was all a bit. Our holiday didn't really start until Castleford, I think.
Carlingford.
Sorry, Carlingford, where we stayed in that marina.
Yes, that was very nice, wasn't it?
Well, it was,
Carlingford's
Carlingford's nice. The marina was a marina. The the place to stay, €10, restaurant there, and a bar.
And then you walked up the hill to the
And you had a
town.
short walk to the town. That was all okay. But that was, I think, was when it started, and our holiday stopped
when we finished the top.
when we finished the top
coast.
part. When we were coming back, it was like, well,
Couldn't find anywhere really to go, could we?
No, we didn't want to. Yeah, that's right. We didn't want to drive all the way down to Dublin. So we broke it up, and then we had to find a place to stop. And I was using my apps. I've got a number of apps. The best one I think so far is Park for Night.
Yes. You found a nice place, didn't you?
Yeah, but it's like, looking around for one. I don't know if that's normal, if everybody else does that kind of thing. Let us know in the comments if you have any hints and tips on how to find the best one. Somebody we met there, met in the Northern Ireland, was suggesting using the Camping a Caravan and Caravan Club sites, the SCLs and CSs. But of course, when you get into Republic of Ireland, none of that exists.
And that's where we were
That's
going,
what we
really,
wanted
wasn't
to
it?
most. Yeah, we
Yeah.
wanted a pitch up somewhere, and it was just difficult. So we ended up going to Wicklow. Yeah,
Wicklow.
Wicklow Mountains. And we were at that point we were desperate to empty the toilet. I think we could have managed another day pushing it.
Yes.
But we needed to empty the cassette.
And also where
And
it
didn't have
was
one.
right up, and it was windy, wasn't it? And there was nothing
It's very
there.
windy in that.
It was a bit.
So that's
its
all
own.
the. And I think a disappointment as well for me was that we missed out on the gobbins.
Yes, you really wanted to do that.
I wanted to
didn't you?
check that out, and that's basically walking above the sea, right next to the, on the coast, on purpose-built walkways and
I
stuff.
suppose being a weekend, it was going to be busy, wasn't it?
It was,
Should
yeah.
Did they say to pre-book?
Well, this is the thing that gets me. I don't know if it gets you guys, but whenever you look for a hotel or restaurant, we phone them up and say, "Oh, do you advise booking?" And they're always gonna say yes.
Yes.
So you are here. You are committed on the phone.
But we didn't
It's
know
just
where
like-
we were going to be, did we? So it's difficult to pre-book because we weren't sure. We
The campsite that we stayed in, Rashlow, in the Wicklow Mountain. Anyway, we ended up at the campsite.
Yeah.
The guy there, hear it all the time. This is my point.
I think he was right though, because we thought he was joking when we first arrived, because there was loads of spaces.
There's
wasn't
loads
there?
of space. He said, "Oh, I've got one space left." How many campsites have said that? One space left.
But then there were spaces.
There were
when we
still
woke up
spaces
this
when
morning.
everybody turned up.
Yeah.
It was packed. It was heaving. But there were still spaces left. Maybe people didn't turn up. I don't know. But it's like, have you really only got one space to force that? We want you here. You're now here. But, however, when I asked him, "Oh, what if I just want to empty my
did
tanks
say
and fill
yes,
up with
didn't
water?"
he?
He goes, "Oh yeah, you can do that for free." Right, that's good. That was
Yes.
all right. But we still decided to
Yeah,
stay
so
there.
if that was the worst case,
That was
scenario,
expensive. That was €27.
26.
She keeps correcting.
I know
It was
it's only
€26, and
I've got
every
the permit to show you.
showers. Did they charge for the
They
showers?
charge for the showers. It's €1.
Tokens, wasn't it?
Yeah, €1.
Yeah, you had to pay.
And you got one token which lasted 6 minutes, which I suppose.
We didn't use it.
No.
We got Herman. But
Anything with a charge.
so
Look at the map.
yeah, I'm looking at my map here. This is the.
Here's the bottom half.
It's not survived. Well, I suppose it'll do for the moment.
We split it.
What else can we
accidentally.
say about it? So, the scenic part, great, right? I think there's nothing negative to say about our holiday.
No, I enjoyed it.
yeah, we enjoyed it. We enjoyed the travelling and meeting people and
we were just a bit
adventuring, I
conscious
suppose.
that you don't like to drive too much.
I
So
got so tired though, didn't I?
know.
It was like, and it'd take me like an hour and a half, 2
and
hours.
then
And I'd
you
be like,
wanted to go on the coastal route, which would take long time. You didn't want to do the motorway.
Well, we did most of the
coast.
Well, I say most. We did a lot of the coastal route,
Yes.
didn't we?
Yeah, that's right.
In Northern Ireland.
I think we just need a driver next time to
What, a chauffeur?
to assist.
Oh
Any
yes.
of you truck drivers.
No, it's you. So
Bless you.
I think next time. Do you know what though? I was going to say next time we'll go into do the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah.
But I think the fun was in the Northern Ireland. That's the best part. Travelling through Ireland hasn't been that interesting at all, really. I mean, other than the Wicklow mountains, that was quite a nice road through there. But it's also the drivers as well. I thought.
Oh, that's just one of those things.
Do you think it's just
isn't
one
it?
of those things?
Yeah, I
won't
think so.
I don't
You
want
get
to
them- No.
paint a brush and whatever the phrase is.
Yeah, no.
But it
you
seems so
can't say.
impatient.
Well, you don't want to be.
And there
stuck
was
behind
roads.
Herman.
80 kilometres an hour. This is the Wicklow, one of the roads in the Wicklow mountains. I couldn't quite understand. 80 kilometres an hour, that's 50 miles an hour more or less. And there was a speed hump. Many speed humps.
So you couldn't even get up to 80.
Why they don't
kilometres
just
an hour.
slow the speed limit down?
Hmm.
So 80 kilometres an hour, speed hump right in next to it. And there was other situations like there's loads of speed humps and this is why I don't like travelling in towns and I'm moaning now. I'm moaning. So what else can we cover here? I think
What else can
yeah, I think next time we're going to have to do
Next time.
next time we come over
He's
to
already
Ireland.
thinking about next time.
We'll have to do the west coast. Look at this map.
But
We'll
it
have
was
to do-
ripping when the chap gave it to us, wasn't it?
We'll have to do the west coast around here and a bit down the bottom. The Ring of Kerry and Galway, that kind of thing.
The only
So
problem is that, going from where we live to get to Ireland, it's quite a trek, isn't it, across?
yeah, there's a lot of travel.
Yes, that's right. It's
Yeah.
a shame we're not nearer to
I mean, when
Wales.
we arrive in Wales tomorrow morning, and we pitch up. It's going to be an hour, I think, an hour and a half to a campsite. And then when we get home, it's going to be like 5 hours. In 5 hours from home, we could get into Cumbria. That's the same distance.
Yes, that's right. So we do
yeah.
need to stop a couple of times, really, don't we?
Yeah. So it's a long way, but
It's a long way.
I think
Yeah.
it's really good. It's been a really long time as well because we had the
Feels like we've
Rhymefest.
been off for months, doesn't it? Really?
It does. Well, almost 3 weeks actually. But don't tell the managers. Don't tell our bosses. But anyway, if you've got anything else that you would like to, so you've enjoyed
I have
the wild
enjoyed-
camping.
I think I'm ready to. I think I always say this every holiday I go on, but I'm ready to go back just to get back to the norm. And yes,
I think one
it's
One thing I
seen
can
what
say
we wanted
is-
to see.
if you have when you're doing the wild camping or overnight stay,
Yeah,
if you have the
enjoyed wild
opportunity-
camping.
empty.
Yes.
Don't empty the wastewater, the grey water, in a drain, because
Even
that
though-
goes straight into the rivers.
Even though that last campsite said to put it in the drain,
Yeah, that was
didn't
not
they?
right. Right next to the river, and it said
Yeah.
to in the drain.
Yes, empty the toilet, empty the waste.
Whenever you can.
Yeah, because you never know.
You
You
never
never
know
know.
when the next time.
Yeah, because you always think, oh, we'll do it at the next campsite, but
Yeah.
you might not get there.
Maps. That's the thing. So we went to Ireland with just an AA Great Britain and Ireland map. The Ireland section is just like a piece of A4 paper. It's just rubbish. So the tip is get yourself a decent map of the place where you're going before you go. Don't expect to buy it when you get here, because I certainly expected to buy it when I got here, but couldn't buy one, couldn't find one. And it was a long time before we actually found an information centre. Well, if you have any comments on our look back or our tour of Norion, is that how you pronounce it, Norion?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments section below, and until our next tour, which we have no idea what that will be.
We're not thinking of it just yet, are we?
No. Adios. Bye bye. Au revoir. Thanks for watching our video. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed, or leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe for more video updates, or maybe even watch one of our previous videos. Bye bye now.